G'day guys, Fammy here to talk to you about the Mars community event beginning on the reset starting on the 3rd of September. Hopefully this video will explain the most optimal way to complete all 5 objectives and how much of each activity will be required. If you're simply here wondering what's the best way to complete the objective, here you go. Complete the activities, but no need to rush. The 300 million hive kills will most likely take the longest to complete. Alright, let's begin by looking at the requirements. As a community playing Destiny 2, we need to kill 300 million hive enemies, use 300,000 override frequencies, beat 175,000 Wave 7 EP bosses, kill Nokris 150,000 times, and kill Zol 100,000 times. All these requirements must be done on Mars. These were posted by Bungie, and if we complete these, we will be rewarded with more menagerie loot per run, an emblem, and more loot to potentially be added each week until Shadowkeep. Quick disclaimer, this video does make assumptions, including saying that the current active Destiny player base is sitting above 1 million, as written by Dustin Bailey from PC Games. If you want link to the source, check out the article in the description below. So, let's begin with the easiest requirement, the strike boss kills. Assuming both strikes will be Nightfall options, a solid run should take around 4 minutes for Strange Terrain and 6 minutes for Will of the Thousands. Each run of this time nets around 50 hive kills, and Nightfall sadly don't give any resonance stems to help with override frequencies. For each Nightfall, running a card with Arc Singe, Heavyweight, and Momentum is advised. To complete Strange Terrain in around 4 minutes, have 2 people on Acreus and 1 on Wardcliff, with 1 person using Well of Radiance. Sparrow as far as you can, and kill the 2 Green Knights 4 orbs to break the crystals. Travel further, kill the Acolytes and Wizards in this room, kill more adds until the wall opens up, keep running, and once you reach the Ogre, have 1 Acreus user head left and the other one head right. Kill the Green Knights again for the orbs, 4 in total, and then take down the Ogre in the center. Travel to the boss room, and make sure the Wardcliff user has at least 1 ammo for the melt. Place down a well here, wait until the boss stops moving, and shoot the boss with Wardcliff and anything else that's available. Nokris should die instantly, and you can load back in after mission complete. For Will of the Thousands, 2 people on Anarchy and 1 on Worldline 0 for speed is advised. Not having these weapons will add some more time to the boss kill, but isn't necessary. Barrow through and pass the adds until you reach the first tower. Open and overload it by interacting and then shooting the open hole, travel through the facility and interact in the next major room. Kill adds on the left, right, and middle, pick up the javelin and damage the tower in the middle once again. Once you head outside, get someone to worldline over to the terminal, open the tower, and damage it as well. In the Javelin Reforging room, kill the 6 Acolytes at the beginning, the Knight, and the Ogre to spawn the Javelin. Throw this into the Forge and pick up the new Javelin. At this point, ensure that each Anarchy user has at least 6 bullets and travel into the final room. Once Zol breaks the bridge in front of you, shoot the Anarchy shots into his body. Zol should be brought to final stand instantly by the damage that the Anarchy puts out, and you can kill him to finish the Nightfall. Make sure to wait until mission complete just in case this is required to count as a kill, which happens a fair time after Zol is dead, and then feel free to load back in. If 834 fire teams are assigned to each Nightfall, so 1,668 teams in total, hypothetically the event's requirements would be complete within 12 hours. By my calculations as well, once the Nightfall requirements are complete, at least 12.5 million hive will have been killed from these activities alone. Now, this is assuming every team is fairly optimal and runs for 12 hours, which can't be expected. But given the active player base has recently reached over 1 million, expecting at least 0.5% of the population to participate isn't too far-fetched, and accounts for teams not going for exhausting amount of hours. Moving on to Wave 7 Escalation Protocol bosses. The boss next week will be Bok Latur, the knight with no mechanics, but just a big health pool. So heavy DPS weapons and builds like 1-2 punch Lies Handshake Hunters are advised. Each run, including Wave 6, Wave 7, and the wait time to activate Wave 6 once again took my fire team of 3, approximately 4 minutes and 30 seconds, but let's say 5 minutes is a run to be safe. Given this time frame, to complete the goal within 12 hours we need 1,216 fire teams to kill 144 Wave 7 bosses each. This results in approximately 18 million hive killed after the requirement has been reached. To properly use this information, we have to go further and look at the override frequencies. Here, our requirement is 300,000 OFs, which is actually 1.2 million resonant stems. The main activities that give resonant stems include lost sectors, patrols, adventures, and the chest at the end of Escalation Protocol. The last 2 options are too time consuming to be valuable for various reasons, so it's between patrols and lost sectors. Here's the lowdown. Both of these activities give the same amount of resonant stems per completion. Lost sectors are faster, consistent, and don't run out on occasion, but all 3 fireteam members need to open the cache in the lost sector for the stems. Patrols can be faster, but also can be slower, sometimes don't spawn for a period of time, but can be done during activities like Escalation Protocol. My personal recommendation for specifically farming override frequencies is to use the lost sector in Braytech Futurescape. Each run should take approximately 40 seconds, dying in the final room to mountaintop or other sources quickly after getting the rewards spawns you closer to the entrance and speeds up the clear time. Solely using this method will require 371 fireteams completing 3,240 lost sectors to reach 1.2 million resonant stems. With 20 hive kills approximately per run, this adds another 96 million hive to the kill total. But the final requirement is where all this talk of optimal play sort of falls apart. If everything that has been mentioned so far occurs as expected, we will still be left with 172 million hive kills remaining once the other objectives are completed. It is for this reason that there isn't a necessity to optimally run every activity. As a community, we do need to split up to complete these objectives, but there's no need to skip every enemy in a nightfall or complete every EP wave as soon as humanly possible. In fact, I would suggest groups running Escalation Protocol to also grab some patrols where they can to get some extra resonant stems. The main focus should be the objectives and not the hive kills, but hopefully we will have regular updates coming from Bungie, so if we aren't killing enough hive compared to other objectives, we can step it up on that front. So what exactly does this mean you should do? Well, pick an objective, do it relatively fast, but kill everything that may inconvenience you, even slightly. If the final requirement does come down to the hive kills, I'm sure the community will result to endlessly farming Escalation Protocol waves or something like that that gives the most hive kills per minute. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Best of luck next week. Make sure to share around the video so everyone remains informed on how to best complete these objectives, and I'll catch you guys on Mars. Have a good one.